What's up? Thank y'all for joining. I wanted to hop up on here and explain the differences of the laws of attraction. Like I have theories and speculations upon them. I write my notes down, and when I meditate and when I learn something, it really opens up things. So in the first explanation, I said it's the law of magnetism. And what that is how magnets work. They bounce off energies from one another. So if it's something inside in the middle, this is a magnet. This is a magnet. This gets pulled and that gets pulled. So when people learn how to do things, thank you everyone for joining. When people when people grow up, as we grow up, and as we become the people we are today, there is an influence and there is a decision making part of it. So your faith and your influence can be in the same wavelength, if you guys are following what I'm saying. So the magnet pulls you back, and then the influence pulls you back further. This is how we make decisions day to day. And so the more you are intuitive with yourself, you can see the decision pathway that you need to go on. That's why I say it's the law of magnetism. It's a theory that I have for myself. So let's just say your granddad, he's an active dreamer, and your granddad and your grandmother, they are very much male connected. You had a dream of a demon angel pulling me in both directions. See, this is what I'm saying. That is awesome that you said that, because it's exactly what I'm going with. And whatever you believe in, it will probably reform into that. So if you feel like an angel and a demon is pulling you, that just basically is telling you you have these thoughts, you have the right decision pathway. But that angel and demon could be flipped around. The demon could be the right one for you, and it's just disguising itself as a demon to see where your head is at. Or the angel could be disguising itself as a demon. So without getting sidetracked, again, your for example, your grandmother is spiritually inclined. She has past trauma, and there's high spiritual entities with her. Then there's the other side of your father's family that has another side of it that as well. But they all have different beliefs. These right here, they might have a different religion. These right here might have a whole different religion, and the family pulls you from this side, and the family pulls you from the other side too. So the person that you are in the middle of crises, more crisis where people often would the feelings of the people that surround you from both sides. See, I have this written down. Thank you to everyone that's in here. So basically, the people that's all around you from that side, they have forced will, reactions, emotions. Look, I have it written down. Forced will, reactions, emotions. Um, Let me find it real quick. But basically, I don't want to get too off track. It's power within it, and once all of those things are determined, that's where most religion comes from. So actions and emotions, right? Actions equals emotions, reactions, force, will, and faith. And that's where your faith can come from. Your faith can come from your actions, your force, will, emotion, and the reaction from that. So you can do it's true in your family and separated by religion. You say your family separated by religion. Your grandma used to use magic. Okay, so you say, hey, can you say something serious? You're confused. I'm not trying to confuse anyone. I'm just trying to make it. I'm trying to make people, not make people. I sound like Michael Jackson. I'm trying to see if people would open up and understand what I'm saying. I'm gonna say it one more time. Think of two magnets, right? You got a red. Look, I'm gonna do it like this. Oh, that's a toothbrush. Either way it go, you got a red side. You have a blue side. They're emitting two different forces. One of them is pulling and one of them is pushing. Or they're both pulling the same way, but the person, this in the middle is pushing both opposite ways. If you push both opposite ways and then pull both opposite ways, this can collide, that can collide, and make something whole totally different. There's so many different ways you can look at it. You can look at it as the the satisfaction for yourself versus the satisfaction for everyone else in your family. You are in the middle, so you have to meet in the middle with everything, and this is the law of magnetism. You have to meet in the middle with everything. You have to, who let Jaden Swift on live again? You have to meet in the middle with everything. Okay, so you have to appease yourself because yourself matters, but you also law of attraction. Yeah, basically. But it's more so like when law. I've heard the law of attraction is more so of, how can you get an abundance of wealth, gain, ambition. I'm breaking it down, okay. So if you're living everyday life, as let's say you're 21 years old, and something happens to you where from when you were 10 years old on your outlook of life, because it starts when we're young. We ask all these questions when we're young. You start at 10 years old in your outlook of life. You say, okay, I know there's God. I know we have to treat people at this certain way. I was taught this and that, or you weren't taught that at all. Your family did not believe in that. Your family believed in something else. But you went to the library and you seen, or you went to school and you seen, or someone else said, I'm not Christian. I don't read the Bible. My family does this and that. So you start to think for yourself, and you make your decisions based off how you think, how you react towards things. You're like, I don't believe in that, so I'm not going there. And this is how people form who they are. You know, I was around a group of certain many people. My one side of my family, they're straight Christian. Okay, you know, they go to church, but not all the way, not every time. Not everyone goes to church every day, but that's just the what's been passed down from bloodline to from grandparents to grandparents. But they also know it's family. Every family has their own little tie of secrets of what's going on, and then you know there's people, they're chosen ones in families. And then when families break apart because of one sole purpose to make something happen, this is decisions from each and every person in the family, everyone that's around you too. When you walk into a space and you feel the energy shift around you, that's how you know. Like, you can feel other people's energy without even have to say anything. You know what they're about, you know what they're capable of, you know how they're thinking. Like, if you feel like you walk into a room and it's just so you could just direct the energy towards somewhere, man, that's something that that you always feel energy. Yeah, you can get, the more intuitive you get, the more you figure yourself out. I've noticed things that I've done, like simple things, just like me looking around my room. You can just tell upon on how I am. Okay, despite that right here, because you know you can just tell upon how I am. Just looking around. If you look around your room, right? Can you get rated in the comments? If you look around in your room and you can find three things, just think of the first three things you see. So right now I see towel, juice bottle, light. So, you know what I mean? There's a towel, there's a juice bottle, and there's a light. So that's just like, that's basic things. It's just simple things. It's the first three things I've seen. But what I'm trying to explain here is it's things that just enhance yourself. It makes you who you are. So back to what I'm saying. I'm almost getting sidetracked. When you are inside of your family and you start to think for yourself, and you know you're just what you like, what you decide. Sometimes you notice too much. It's never too much. You notice it for a reason. The things you notice, you do not, and that's one thing you cannot take out of consideration, for lack of a better word. You have to adhere to what's been shown to you, no matter what you believe in. If you don't even believe in God, the signs that come to you, follow those signs and then work with them and work around them too. Don't go straight to it. Don't go straight to it. You have to work around certain things. So think of it like this. If you see a sleeping grizzly bear, are you gonna walk straight past it, or are you gonna keep your eye on it, or you and make sure you're not even seen or told? You're gonna do the exact opposite of what I say, walk straight past. So treat that with life too. If you see something that's in your direction that you do not want to go to, make sure it's easier to work around things or move over things, work around things, and the most not literal way. But if you work around what you want to go to, it'll give you more time to get, and more time to heal, more time to mess up, and more time to work what you need to work towards. So again, I'm saying it, sending love, bro. Thank you for the follows and everything, you guys. I'm sending, I'm not sending, but yeah, I'm sending signals into myself, which is I can compare myself as the universe too. Like, you can compare yourself to the earth. You can compare yourself to like one red blood cell is equal to one planet in our galaxy. You know what I mean? So you have to treat yourself like that. You have to look at yourself like that. It's not just one small little world. It's not one just small little piece of the, like, we're small pieces of the world. This the state that we are in is one small piece of this world. Needless to say, the solar system, the galaxy. So when you can think of, if you can think of the smallest thing to even think of, if you can think of a smallest thing you to even think of, and then you think about the fastest thing you can think of, like the fastest way to tell time, and that, and then flip the comparison to the biggest one. Now make that smallest one have that same power. That is how you understand what real power and what sacrifice can be. I learned that from myself, from what I learned from in school, from what I learned from. However, you can make that, you can utilize that for whatever. There's so many things you can utilize that for. I've done made comparisons that can help people for forever. Like, it's things like that think about that you can use that power for good reasons instead of using it for yourself. Am I talking about Jesus Christ? It's almost on that type of term of level of power. It's this stuff is like, you have to be able to utilize it and keep it inside, or utilize it for a better purpose. That's my purpose. I utilize my teachings, my lessons for a better purpose, so somebody can hear this and they can get inspired. Again, family members. I'm again trying to get off, not trying to get off topic. Or even animal species, family members, animal species, from passed down from pterodactyls to eagles. Okay, they all have something in common. We all have something in common, but we all are all mixed in with each other. Okay, especially like me. I'm from my family derives from the smallest from the Caribbeans. Okay, if you, I mean, I'm not Jamaican, but I do have some Jamaican heritage in me, Creole, a whole type of long lineage. Even Caucasian, like, East European, East Asian, East Pakistani, I have that inside of me. Nigerian is like one of my biggest ones. Listen to the new single. And so, like, more times than often, all the things that we all went through, our ancestors went through, we all went through, it gets harder and harder with us, because that's why we're not all the same, but that's why we all are connected in the same way, and we all should be connected. So even within our own culture, as African, see, not even African American, because not all black people from Africa, as the people we are, it's people that say that they are not human beings. Why? Because I don't subject myself to what has been the word of mouth of common US thing, like common world things. He's not talking about Jesus Christ. He's teaching us how to tap into our spirituality. And that it's the same thing. Cause, like, okay, it's okay cause look, I have a Bible over here. My family are Christians, but I open my eyes for myself, and I noticed there's other religions. So why would I stick to that religion from my family when there's so many different ones? But back to what I was saying within, I kind of forgot what I was trying to say, and I was getting somewhere with it, but there's too much to even to understand, to even know. It threw out. Oh, wait. Okay, so yeah, the human race. Somebody made that name up for us. So when you say human race or African American, we know that, or even white or Caucasian, anything, Puerto Rican, Mexican, all of that, people are who they are. We are basically aliens. Someone made that name aliens. You know what I mean? The brain named itself. So you can revamp and reverse anything you want. We could be whole different species living on this earth that can be in another sector of our galaxy, and they could be less. They could be less intuitive than us. They could be more advanced than us. They could be less advanced than us. They could be like sphinx-like animals, and that's been made in Egypt and Israel and all that, and on different planets on that size caliber. It could be giants on other planets. We would not know. We could be the smaller race. So with that being said, there's things that we can learn to do. There's nothing that's impossible. Okay, there is nothing that is impossible. It's, again, does it curve? Look, there is so much. The trees that are outside right now, the earth that we live on right now is definitely not healthy. And it's because of how we became up as people. I'm just going to say people, because everyone's not the same. It's the same way we came up as people. there's so much, like, I know about the Industrial Revolution. These things in the history books, they tell you a lot because it harms our society. It harms our animals. It harms our plants. Why do you think our animals are going endangered and extinct? But some of them are getting saved. There's things that are happening that are saved. The world that's warming up, global warming, remember that was a problem? That's not a problem. The world that's warming up is an awesome thing because as the world warms up, it gives the fumes and all the smoke to clear away and give us more life so we can still be here. That's the most important thing because if we don't take care of it's like your body. If you don't take care of your body's gonna shut down on you sooner. You have to take, that's why I say go green. You have to take care of the earth so the earth take care of itself. And I feel like it's going in that right direction. Again, when I seen Joe Biden do that reform for prisoners that have smoke marijuana is a good thing as long as it's not chemicalized. There's a lot of chemicalized things out here. But it starts somewhere, you know. Am I into tarot, zodiac? I am into zodiac and tarot cards. I've read tarot cards before. I'm into zodiac. I'm into numerology. All of that. That's all what I'm talking about, the astrology space. But I'm talking on a smaller scale than I was. But more so often, you can be connected with another higher power that's just different from, again, religion is a certain thing that's just confined in on this earth. If you guys get what I'm saying, you feel like on other planets that are in the habitable zone, because our earth is in the habitable zone of the sun to where life can be created. So in another part of a solar system in our galaxy, the Milky Way, and needless to say there's more galaxies, there are more habitable zone planets. So when you say religion, that is something that's just only on earth right now as we know it. You could be connected to someone so far away. Yeah, my life just got age restricted because I'm talking about some real true spill stuff. It's not meant for kids, you know. Or if you can't comprehend to it, then it won't. Earth is flat like a taco. See, this is like, that's a distraction too. If you didn't get what I'm saying, religion is something that's really just on earth. So when people feel frequencies, when people feel different things, when people see somebody that's not like them, they hear things, they start to panic. They start to get scared. But there's so much, it's warnings to it. It's so much new things that's happening. And people are like, whoa, we did not even believe that this was cool. This was true. People, you have to open your mind. It's more than your eyes because you can see more than just with your eyes. You do not need eyes to see. You don't even need ears to hear. You know what I mean? Feeling is more than just touch. You have to be in tune. So much cultures and idols world weird. Yeah, and the way that this world is ran, it can be flipped in any minute. At any time, this world can be flipped around and everything could change. But if the most high power, the most with the greatest karma line, like if you can break your karma line, you can break your own chain. You can break the rules of physics. There's so many things that we can do. Why do you think there's so many action TV, so many action, but like it's more than a distraction could be a distraction for something else. Everyone has their own purpose for a thing. So if you make movies, if you make TV, if you have a vision, that's not like you're not distracted. You're in your own lane. Everyone has their own lane for things. This is why I'm on here talking like this. I can do multiple things. You know, I grew up not knowing what I was gonna be when I grew up. I feel like everyone's like, yeah, I want to be a lawyer. I want to be an astronaut. I always say I want to be an astronaut. I want to be a lawyer. Maybe I thought I was going to the military. No, like I have something that a knack. I have a niche for letting people, to opening people up. I'm an artistic person. I have a very graphic design mind. I have a design mind, and I like to help people. And so, Merry Christmas, yeah, for sure. And I like to help people. So it's like that's just the part of me. No matter what, no matter how fire, I can make some music, yeah, and that's a special part of me too. That's a special part of my art. Like I can really make very, very well music, but at times when times is needed. Like, and I felt like I need to come up on here and elaborate to y'all, just about that, you know. And I'm gonna make a video on it. I'm about to get off of here. I appreciate you guys. If you learned something from it, just adhere to it and just think about it. It might open your mind up. See you guys later.